Recently, we are seeing more cases that they receive cessation of a refugee claim. Now, what is cessation of a refugee claim? Those clients or those people who came to Canada, they claim refugee and the refugee was approved, the refugee application was approved, and they are either a protected person or they are in the process of PR. They got their PR, and what happened to them is that they travel back to their home country. This is a serious problem. We always said that you should not travel back home when you are a refugee in Canada, because when you claim refugee, you are a protected person or you apply for your PR, you said already that you are in danger in your home country. So going back to your country can obviously put you in danger based on the Section 96 and 97 of Immigration Regulation and Protection Act. So what happens, recently we had many of these cases and we could help the clients to successfully get their approvals in the refugee hearings. But we always said that it's better for you not to go. You shouldn't go, because if you go and then you come back and an officer at the port of entry is questioning you regarding this, then obviously they're gonna seize your passport, seize your travel document, and they're gonna refer you for a hearing, which is a cessation of a refugee hearing, and they want to remove the refugee status. And then obviously they want to remove you from Canada. In rare cases, there are some situations that people travel because they have to travel because of something that, of course, we need to explain these details with each other. You need to tell us the reasons to see what we can do in order to have a successful case. But what we always say is that in cessation of a refugee claim, if you receive a letter regarding that, you must be in touch with some professionals who are experienced in this matter, and you need to have a very, very detailed consultation. And do not, please do not do something on your own if you are not familiar with law, if you don't know the rules and regulations. Because if you submit an application yourself, if you give some information yourself, you're gonna put yourself in danger, because sometimes you don't know what to say, what not to say. Maybe you had a valid reason, but you don't know how to explain that, and that's gonna put you in trouble. So cessation of a refugee claim is something that is happening to you if you are traveling back to your home country while you claim refugee in Canada, and obviously you're gonna go for a hearing. On that hearing session, your representative is gonna be on that hearing with you. You're gonna be there. If you need an interpreter, the interpreter is gonna be there, minister's counsel, and the judge, a member. And then that hearing is mostly a full day hearing that they start questioning you about all the details and everything, and then finally they decide, sometimes at the end of the hearing, sometimes a few weeks after, about the decision that whether you are allowed to stay or no, you have to leave Canada. So cessation of a refugee claim is very important for those of you who have these problems. But before you do anything, please get detailed, specialized consultation, because if you don't know what to say, if you don't know how to communicate, you're gonna put yourself in more danger. And do not rely on AI or Google or ChatGPT, because they cannot really give you good advice. Like it's generally based on the information that it's online, but it's not a consultation, because sometimes we are seeing some clients that they are going basically and only based on what they are getting from AI, which obviously is 100% wrong. I'm a fan of AI. I believe that it's good to have, to some extent, like some help from them, but legal advice is something that we never recommend. So, and if you have a group of friends or whoever that is not specialized in immigration, again, do not rely on their answers, because you're gonna put yourself in more danger. Because even this client, I said already that like, why you traveled, and then she said that I didn't know. So basically, if you say I don't know, that's not a good answer. You cannot say I don't know, and Canada immigration says that okay, no problem, because you didn't know, that's fine and you can stay in Canada. that is not acceptable. If you need help in this matter, if you need a specialized consultation, if you need detailed discussion about the problems, just in case you have or your friends have any of these problems or matters, you can be in touch with us and we will see how we can help you.